Hi Capricorn, today we're doing a reading for you for the month of November. This will not resonate with everyone, but it is intended for Capricorn suns, moons, risings, and Venus placements. And I'll be using the Work Your Light Tarot deck, Oracle deck, the Radiant Wilds Atlas Tarot deck, which is very new for me. This is the second reading I'll be using this deck in, and I've been finding it just really fun and refreshing and inspiring. So excited to use it today for your reading. And I'll also be using the Angel Answers Oracle deck. So with that said, let's jump into the cards. Cappy. We start the reading with the inner temple. I feel like you're going inside this month. Or that's what you are being asked to do. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Some of you guys, this will look like just feeling a lot more called to like your altar or called to your place of worship. If you are into church, whatever you're into, in terms of practicing your spirituality or your religion, I feel like you're being called there. And it's because it's almost like that space of sacredness, whether it's just because it's quiet or whether it's because of you feeling more connected in that space. I feel like you're being led to do that because you need to connect with you. Maybe you need to connect with your higher self. It feels like a very insular energy. Not something that you can get from any, or maybe this is like this just occurred to me. Maybe this is a filling your own tank or refilling your own tank. And then we have play. And this card talks about having fun, celebrating, loosening up. Are you being guided to loosen up? In true Capricorn fashion, of course, I am talking to the Capricorns about being guided to loosen up. No other sign is gonna get this message. It had to be us, Capricorns. So could you possibly be guided at this point to just reconnect with yourself, to break out of the cycle of productivity, which we often do? I mean, Capricorns can work. Capricorns can commit to the work. And what makes us special is we actually enjoy our work. So could it be that we are being called to be more insular, to remind ourselves that life is more than productivity, feeling like we are always having to be purposeful. Like it's okay to play. Like it's okay to play, Capricorn. Remember, you're a human being. We all need it sometimes. Maybe this is like an introduction of someone in your life that is bringing out this energy of play. And if you haven't played in a while, playing can feel very strange to you. And play can look like many things, like just becoming re-inspired by life, by a set of people, by a person. And then we have this card that I've been talking about. This card has come out over and over and over and over again in the readings this month, and I don't take that as a coincidence. I actually wonder what's happening in the astrology right now in November that would cause this. I'm sure something is happening astrologically that ties into the tarot, that the tarot is picking up on. But it feels like a lot of people are now like stepping into new realities. We've been through the tough 3-year cycle that we just went through with the 2020. I think since 2019, energies have been really kind of rocky and rough and disorienting. And I feel like you may be coming out of that right now, Capricorns, and probably allowing yourself to step into an easier timeline. Did Saturn just go direct? Did Saturn go direct in Pisces? I'm sorry, I have to look this up. Saturn went direct in Pisces. November 4th. Okay, now this collective energy makes so much more sense. So much more sense, especially for you, Capricorns, as that is your planetary ruler, Saturn. You are ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries and restrictions and responsibility and all of those heavy things. But now it's time to play. Like, now you have permission to play. The heaviness can, like, you can release the heaviness and give yourself a break. It feels like birthing a new age in this reading specifically feels like a new possibility, and this, like I've been saying recently to everyone, birthing a new reality can be literally born through one decision. Like, you could just make one decision that you wouldn't usually make that would create an entirely new reality for you. Maybe you've never wanted to, let's just say you are a house rat, you don't like going out. Like, now you're starting to go out more. Boom, your world all of a sudden expands, bringing in all these new possibilities, all of these new people, and all of these new opportunities and places. Let's just say you were closed off to dating. You meet one person and all of a sudden, like, boom, like your whole world has expanded. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you're birthing a new reality for yourself, a new dream for yourself. All right, so let's go into the, or you're being asked to, like, this is available to you, Capricorn. All right, so we start the reading with the Ace of Cups, which is a card that talks about newness. And when I clarified this card, my intention was to get one clarifier, but 4 cards just spat out of the deck. And I thought, I'm going to take these because I felt like I should have. So we have the Tower. Then we have the 6 of Wands. Then we have the Page of Wands. And then we have the King of Wands. This all feels extremely exciting because there's so many wands. Personally, I love a good wand energy. It's like the passion of life, you know? But hey, I have Aries placements, so I may be biased. All right, so this Ace of Cups talks about brand new heart opening, heart activation. And a lot of times this can be in the form of relationships, new relationships, but this doesn't have to be a relationship for all of you. This could just be something that is opening up your heart space, something that is opening up your heart chakra, just because you are filled with so much love for it. The love is overflowing for it, the idea, the person, whatever it is. This is just a heart activation, and clarified by these cards, the King of Wands, the Tower, the 6 of Wands. It feels very unexpected to me, whether this is a person coming into your reality, or let's just say the King of Wands is an idea or a vision for you, because in this particular deck, in the regular tarot, the King of Wands comes up as a court card and he's sitting on his throne and he has his wand. But in this deck, the King of Wands is almost like way out in the sand dunes. He's way out there because of his perspective and his vision. And this is his vision. This is how huge his vision can be, because he is giving himself space to have a different perspective. And that's why he's a pioneer. Because he doesn't have to be like too up close. He doesn't have to be like, somebody doesn't have to be in his ear. He doesn't have to be in anybody's ear. He's all the way out here by himself, just connecting with his own ideas, visions, and having full confidence that he's able to like birth that, bring that into reality. Who knows if this is you? or this is someone that you're dealing with, or if this is an idea that you're like envisioning, an idea that you're like mapping out, an idea that you're gaining the perspective on. Because we do have the Page of Wands, which the Page of Wands to me in this deck talks about like inspiration and wonder and just zest. It's like the beginning of an exciting idea. And the Six of Wands is here, which talks about success, talks about victory. So it feels like if this is a person, it is almost fueling the heart space for you because you are so inspired by what you could achieve with this person or what you could achieve with this idea. This idea just, it feels like whatever this is just filling you up. And that's why the Six of Wands is here. Because of how you feel about it, that's why it will be successful. Not necessarily this card coming out to say, oh, Capricorns, you're guaranteed success if this is a relationship, or you're guaranteed success if this is an idea. It's because of the way it is making you feel. That's why it will be successful. All right, so very important to connect with your heart chakra. Then we have the Star, which talks about wishes, fulfillment, hope. And that's such a beautiful, it's almost like whatever this is that is opening up your heart, it's like it's bringing you back to life, bringing back inspiration to your life, making you hopeful. And then we have this Eight of Cups and clarified by the Eight of Swords. So you're nervous, or you have some level of anxiety about these new possibilities or this new idea or this new person coming into your life. It feels like, what if this doesn't work out? What if, what all of the things that we tell ourselves to talk ourselves out of something that is calling to us. But I see you getting over that. I see you getting over that. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about that. And if there are some of you who are stuck in this like mental prison and mental trap, telling yourself all the things that could happen for it not to work out with this idea, with this person, with this vision, you're gonna have to put your big girl, big boy pants on. And I know like it's challenging to do something scared, but that's just what you're gonna do if you want whatever this is. Whatever this is that looks so inspiring and so exciting, I think you should. All right. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Fool. This is you taking a leap and putting in the work because you recognize the way this makes you feel. Remember, permission to feel good. You have permission to feel good, Capricorn. You have permission to enjoy life, whether that is enjoying life in your relationships, enjoying your work. You have permission to play. I feel like that's what your guides want you to know. Like if this lights you up, Capricorn, do it. And we know a Capricorn is going to do it well because that's just how we are. All right, so the Fool, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. Maybe this is why you have had resistance. Maybe you've been a little bit reluctant because there is an element of what if I fall? But what if you fly? What if you fly? I see you committing to something in the month of November. You're taking the leap and you're doing it, whether that means you're investing in the relationship or you're investing in that idea or you're investing in a person or you're investing in whatever this is. I see you committing to the work in November. After getting through the struggle of, maybe this could be imposter syndrome. Maybe this could just be anxiety, but I see you getting through it. And then we have the Two of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Some of you guys, this is juggling the plan, juggling the facts. logically mapping out what you can reasonably do. Like, some of you guys, this is another representation of the King of Wands. If this is a person, they're coming up as the King of Swords also. And then we have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. It's almost like after a period of holding yourself back from this idea, from this relationship, from this person that you're dealing with, you just decide to take the leap because that's what your heart's calling you to do. It's like every cell in your body is calling you to leap. Like Capricorn, it's safe for you to, it's safe. You could do this. I mean, there's a level of risk with anything in life, but it's almost like some of you have gotten so used to the harsher realities of things, whether that be it could be in many different areas of your life, that now you're almost afraid to have fun. I see the perspective coming to you though. Like, you know what? Life involves risks, and that's just life. I see you getting through it. And if this is a person, like if this King of Swords is an actual person for you, an air sign in your life, it feels like, let's see what they're doing with this Two of Pentacles. What is the Two of Pentacles here? What's the Two of Pentacles? This is a person. King of Pentacles. Is it this person who's juggling, or is it you? Someone is scared here to step into things because of how they feel. You know what this feels like too? The intensity of however I'm feeling about something is so shocking to me that I'm scared. That's how this feels. Whether this is about a person or this is about, I'm so excited about this idea, it's actually scaring me, because what if I don't execute it well? I'm so excited about this person that it's actually scaring me, because what if it doesn't work out? So there's a bit of juggling here. And if you are dealing with all the kings are on the board. Let me just say that. All the kings of all the suits. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the King of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and we have the King of Wands. Lots of masculine energy on the board. I don't think there's not even one feminine energy. Ooh, there's one feminine energy. There's one feminine energy and like 4 masculines all around here. Could this be that all of these masculine energies are vying for the feminine? There's one King of Wands here, which is connected to the Ace of Cups. And I feel like that connection is probably newer, if this is relationships for some of you. There's one King of Swords here who's also coming up as a King of Pentacles. So someone who probably is very well acquainted with money and the material realm, but also very cerebral. It's like this person has hesitancy, also taking a leap of faith also. It's like perhaps maybe they're picking up on a reluctance in you, and so they're reluctant. It's a bunch of holding back that's happening. And some of you, this is not 4 different people. This is one person that you're dealing with coming up in multiple ways in your reality. Like they're the King of Swords and they're the King of Pentacles, and they can also be the King of Wands. So you have to apply it however you see fit. I really don't know what's happening with each individual person watching this. But we end the reading with this Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is a very empathic energy. This is a person who can absorb the emotions of those around them if they don't have great boundaries. This is a person who has a lot to give in terms of emotions and pouring out those emotions and nurturing the spaces that they occupy and the people in those spaces. But the Queen of Cups, because this person knows how they are, he or she, they have to be very protective of who they pour their resources in to. And it feels like, could this be where you invest? Some of you guys are like, who do I invest in? Where do I put my investment? Where do I put my investment? If this is ideas, it's what idea do I invest in? If these are people, what person do I invest in? Where do I lay my eggs? In what basket do I put my eggs? And also, some of you, this is not like intimate or romantic at all. This could just be partnership, like a business partnership. Who do I partner up with that serves and aligns with my highest good? Who do I work best with? Who do I gel the best with? I see you making a decision because we have the Two of Wands and the King of Cups. And this decision to me is based on like heavy, like this is Saturn in the Two of Wands, and Saturn is also notorious for consequences. So I feel like whoever is making the decision here, whoever is deciding, if this is the masculine energy that is deciding, I think that they're very concerned about like, what are the consequences of this decision making that I'm doing? Like, well, it feels like a very weighty decision. But it feels like it's being made. Like someone is choosing you. You are choosing someone. You are choosing to invest in someone. Someone is choosing to invest in you because it's the Seven of Pentacles is here. You seem a bit defensive though. If you're the Queen of Cups, Cappy, the Queen of Cups is almost, it's almost like I don't know whose perspective I'm reading from. So you have to let me know who you are in this spread. But we have a queen, feminine energy here who is very defensive, and I feel like rightfully defensive of themselves and their energy. And it's almost like this Queen of Cups knows that there are decisions to be made and there are consequences for making the wrong decision. I saw this quote on Twitter at one point, and I just fell in love with it, and I'm remembering it right now. Every time I have settled for something, it has cost me too much. Can you imagine that? Like, how relatable. You end up like making some allowances, like this isn't the perfect situation for me or the person for me, and you do it anyway, and then you have a shit ton of stuff to clean up for like years after. And as Saturnians, like we don't just get to make a decision and get off scotch-free, like we pay for it. So I feel like that's what someone here is thinking about. Maybe it's this Queen of Cups. And maybe this Queen of Cups is making an intentional effort to block someone from, it's almost like they're blocking, Capricorns, could you be blocking something that you've invested a lot in, choosing to walk away from any doubts that you're doing the wrong thing and heading to the new, whether this is like a new relationship or a new idea. I just see you having boundaries with someone. Boundaries with someone, but also open to something else. I feel like you should go where your heart is being activated. Go with the thing that is opening up the heart center, the heart chakra. Let's get some advice. Spirit, what's the advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in November? Angels, let's see. Oops. 2 more cards. Advice for Capricorns in November. All right, we have improving health. So something's improving. Recovery. You're recovering from something? No. I feel like whatever it is that you are recovering from, it's almost like you need to keep that out of your energy so that you can birth the new reality that is more in alignment with you. Whether this is a new relationship that you're heading to, separating from one that you have already invested in, or this is a new idea that you are formulating or envisioning for yourself, stepping away from something that you were previously invested in. You've put a lot of work into it. You're waiting for it to blossom. It feels like you have permission to do something new, just for the simple fact that your heart is telling you to. All right, Capricorns, I'm going to leave you here. I hope this reading was helpful. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.